Hi, this is Rong. Today I'm going to have a health class of CLIL for junior high school students, so their English proficiency is about A2. And then I will apply flexible multiplicity to this class. There will be 5 phases for this class: preparation, presentation, practice, self-evaluation, and expansion. And I will also show you how I use different languages in different phases for students' practice and understanding. And also, I will explain the purpose of different activities, so you will have better understanding how they are connected to the learning outcome. And then this is learning outcome. And to make it short, I want to teach students how to customize their own healthy meal plan and then apply it to their long-term lifestyle. In the preparation part, I will design a warm-up activity related to students' meals, and they only have to use Chinese in this phase. In a warm-up activity, you will have a brief reflection on what you eat in your usual life. So I will break you into groups, and each of you have to share 2 of the unhealthy meals and 2 of the healthy meals with your group members. This activity can help you to have a quick understanding to the standard of healthy and unhealthy food and food preferences of you and your classmates. These will all be important facts that can help you modify your original eating habit into a better and healthy meal plan. And then let's move on to the presentation part, in which English and Chinese will all be used, and it demands listening and reading skills. I will separate my presentation into 3 parts. In the first part, I will introduce 5 fundamental knowledge that you have to acquire to design a healthy meal plan. And the second part will be a task review related to the first part of presentation. And the third part, I will post some related online sources associated with our lesson. So let's quickly get back to the first part and know some facts about a healthy meal. Basically, people know that one of the most important concerns of a healthy meal is calories. So I will firstly introduce 3 points that are related to calories. But the other 2 points, they are not really related to calories, but they are as significant as calories. For the first point, I will teach you the proportion of 3 nutrients and some food choices. The calories of food almost comes from the 3 nutrients, which are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. So in this part, I will teach you how to smartly distribute the proportion of 3 nutrients, so you can control your calories. Also, I will show you some common and healthy food sources that you can select to meet the ideal nutrient proportion and also make your stomach full. For example, you can use honey mustard instead of mayonnaise, or you can substitute short rib with blade steak. Secondly, I will teach you what is TDEE. TDEE is the amount of calories you spend in a day. So you need your TDEE to set your calories goals of your daily consumption. And also, I will use TDEE calculator to help you evaluate your TDEE and your calories goals. In the third part, I will introduce the relationship between calories and serve. So in this part, you will know how to add up all the food to meet your calories goals. For example, how many pieces of steaks and how much rice and fruit you will have to eat to meet 2,000 calories. And in this part, I will also use the food dictionary as the teaching materials. By the way, during the class, I will also teach vocabulary of different food and quantifier of serve. Starting from the fourth point won't be about calories. In the fourth point, I will introduce some major physical reactions related to your health status and also body shape. And also, I will talk about some food sources that will trigger these physical reactions. For example, insulin resistance, which is the main reason of obesity, will be triggered by a food that we consider healthy, which is milk. The fifth point, mindset can decide whether you can apply the healthy meal plan to your long-term lifestyle. So in this part, I will break some myths about eating healthily and help you cultivate some positive values about a healthy meal. For example, I will clarify that eating healthily doesn't mean that you have to give up all the joy, all the delicacy and dessert in your life. You only need to keep 80% of your consumption in a healthy way, and the other 20% you can eat whatever you want. And also, healthy meals can be very delicious too. Finally, the vocabulary in this page is mainly about physical reactions. In the second part of presentation, I will design a multiple choices for task review. And in this part, I will use code languaging skills, which means I will use English to explain first, and then I will use Chinese to explain for the second time, to make sure that students really understand the content. The test will look like this. This is nutrient proportion, this is TDEE, this is calories and serve, and this is mindset, which are all related to the knowledge in the first section. In the third part, I will post some online sources so students can have some further learning about cooking method for healthy food and advanced knowledge about consumption, nutrient, and health. In the practice part, English and Chinese will all be incorporated, and 4 language skills will all be needed. I will also separate my practice into 3 activities. The first 2 activities will be in the same worksheet, which I designed based on a clip in the online sources I posted in the third part of my presentation. And the third activities will be the final project that students have to finish for this lesson. The first part of practice is listening activity. In this section, students have to fill in blanks on worksheet by listening to the text I choose from this link. The text is about the quick QA interview for the celebrity, Mark Wahlberg, and he will talk about his food storage. So I named the activity as storage, which is the pun of storage. The listening text can offer some ideas for students to design their own healthy meals in the final project. So the worksheet will look like this. I will type the main script of the text in the worksheet and organize the content with bullet points. And the student have to finish the blank I made. I will offer some Chinese translation of new kind of food in the worksheet. And finally, the content of the blank will also be used in the conversation activity later. The second section, easy peasy, is the speaking practice. In this part, students will learn how to introduce meals and express their feelings according to an organized manner. So I will break students into groups, and they have to make up a dish according to one of the underlined set of food in the listening text and describe their feelings and meals in English. I'll give them the framework of conversation. I make the framework according to the exposition and procedure from the organization part from the language output. Students can find out the answer of the blanks by using the listening text they just finished. For the conversation framework, each student have to pick a segment from the framework and then finish the blanks in the sentences. After they finish the blanks, they have to combine the segment with each other and practice the conversation for one round. After they finish for one time, they have to exchange the segment with each other and do the other round. They will repeat the conversation for about 3 to 4 times. The example of the conversation will be like, I will introduce the seafood combo from Mark's Wraps. The ingredients are a piece of salmon and some sort of shellfish. I like this meal because it is healthy and fresh. I will use it as a part of my future healthy meal plan afterwards because it is easy to prepare. If the group chooses to introduce the first food that Mark mentioned, which is the healthy snack, and then successfully made up the ingredients of the healthy snacks, I will give the group the bonus point because they show the creativity. In the final assignment, students have to create and record a set of healthy meals according to the modification of their original eating habit. For example, in a warm-up activity, one of the students said, I like to eat chicken, especially fried chicken. And then in the assignment, she can turn the fried chicken into air-fried chicken or the baked chicken breast. I want them to design a healthy meal plan based on their original preference because I want them to learn how to find the best way to keep their healthy meal plan sustainable and satisfactory. About the record of the assignment, you have to shoot photos about the ingredients, the cooking process, and the final result of your meals. And it would be better if you shoot the cooperation with your family of the food preparation. Then in the format of assignment, you have to write down the name of ingredient and food in both Chinese and English according to the vocabulary I teach in the presentation. Finally, students have to do an oral presentation about their meals. And I will also offer a speaking framework. And this framework is similar to the one in the second practice. But I add an extra segment, which is steps, because I want students to practice more how to explain more details about their meals. The content of the framework are all related to the 5 fundamental knowledge in the first part of the presentation, such as calories and serve, nutrient, food choices, and mindset. And also in the framework, I said a bonus part. In the bonus part, if student can explain how their meals meet the positive physical reactions or how their meals prevent some negative symptoms, then I will give them bonus point because they show more proficiency. For example, student can say, my healthy snack is latte and I replace milk, soybean milk to prevent insulin resistance. About self-evaluation, it will be combined with the assignment part. Self-evaluation will be the final section in the assignment format I give students. So in self-evaluation, students have to write down their feelings about their healthy meal plan according to the following aspects. And then they have to share it orally after introducing their healthy meal plan. The content of self-evaluation covers 5 categories, and these aspects are the most obvious standard that show the effect of healthy meal plan. So in the self-evaluation, students should share that comparing to their original eating habit, whether there are differences about like the first one, the satiety caused by different food, or their own cravings for unhealthy meals or dessert, or the change and extent of vigor, or their willingness of keep using the healthy meal plan. And the 5th one is the optional point. Students only have to share their self-evaluation in Chinese because it would be more convenient for them to display their sincerity. Finally, in the expansion part, I want students to be able to turn their healthy meal plans as a long-term eating habit or consumption structure, and also be able to share it with others, literally and orally, in both English and Chinese. And that's all for today's class. Bye-bye. Y'all stay healthy, eh?